What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have the team of the season community tier list, and I'll be pretty much doing this throughout all of the team of the seasons. For example, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the Liga Santander, all of those leagues I will be doing tier lists for, pretty much placing which players which are top tier in the community in the team of the season, and which players are like a bit less hyped, if you know what I mean. But we are starting with Wilfried Zaha. You could argue the 3-star weak foot is the biggest killer about this card, but I'll tell you what, once I used him, I already knew I was going to absolutely love him. The pace of one of the fastest players I've ever used in this FIFA. The 5-star skill moves, the pace, the dribbling, the shooting, everything is perfect, apart from the 3-star weak foot. Now, we do have Felipe Anderson here, the 4-star, 4-star. His pace is amazing, dribbling is amazing, shooting is amazing, but his physical stats slack a lot. And I didn't believe he was up to the level of Zaha, and that is why I'm going to put him into the A section, because I feel like Zaha was miles better than Anderson. Now, next we do have Pepe. The Pepe, for me, the only thing that slacks on him is his agility. It's not great, but if you're talking about physical stats, even stamina, pace, everything is pretty much there. But I don't believe I could put Pepe into the A section. Now we have Sergio here. Now, Sergio last year, about the Halloween card, if you guys remember, was absolutely ridiculous, even to the point where pros was actually using the card. But if we're talking about this year's team of the season, it's his pace, it's his balance, everything slacks on him pretty much. But if you're talking about defensively, he's definitely like an A tier kind of player. But an all-rounded player, I'm going to have to put him in the C section. But now we go on to Trippier here. Trippier, for me, when I used him, he wasn't outrageous. He wasn't. He was good, but he wasn't outrageous. He was one of those players where he didn't, like, sometimes he would go in with strong tackles, some other times he wouldn't. He didn't live up to his pace. That is one thing that I was very disappointed with, but he's definitely not into the C section. Before we go any further, I forgot to say, the D section will be just for goalkeepers, simply because I don't believe any of these players go into the D section. And for me, goalkeepers has been one of those sticky ones where I've never loved to review, because it's always a situation where sometimes they could come out clutch, but then there's other times they'll let in the easiest goal. And during the review, if you review a goalkeeper for like 2 games, then it's one of those situations where they could play the 2 games amazing, and then when you guys go pick him up, all of a sudden he's trash. So that's why I don't like to do review on goalkeepers. But I will place, there's only 3 goalkeepers. There's Courtois, I believe it's Golaski, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Leno. And I will be placing them down here in the D section and pretty much in order. Now, Thuram. Now, Thuram is the 3-star with 6'4". He's an outstanding player. He really is. And I did actually enjoy using this card, which is quite a surprise for me because I don't really like 3-star players. But it's definitely his balance will let him down a lot. But I am going to put him in the B section. Next up, we have Tiago. And Tiago, for me, with the 5-star skill moves, I absolutely adored this card. Yeah, he's one of those cards where, his dribbling is outstanding, his pace is outstanding, but his physical stats, aka strength, slacks a lot. But for me, Tiago, going forward, was god tier. Now, next we do have Simon, and I believe Simon was an outrageous player. Yeah, you could obviously argue the 4-star, I believe it's the 4-star skill moves with the 5-star weak foot. But it's one of those ones where if this card, I'm telling you, if this card had 5-star skill moves, he's straight into my team. He really is. The pace is ridiculous. The shooting, you put, I believe it's a Deadeye Chem star on him, and it becomes 99 finishing with 99 shot power. The dribbling as well was out of this world. Yeah, his physical stats slack a little bit, but come on now. Let's all be fair. He's a top tier player, and he's definitely into the S section. PK. PK is one of those players where he's a solid defensively. We can all agree with that. But if we're talking about pace-wise, and like dribbling wise, he's so bad on the ball, and that is why I'm going to put him down here. Now, next we have Mukulele. For me, Mukulele could honestly sneak into the S section, but there is this one player that will be going into the S section and 100% does deserve it, and he is a centre back, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who it is. But Mukulele is amazing. He really is. Like, the pace, the physical stats, the defending, everything is outrageous on this card. But it's one of those ones where If he was like a tiny bit taller, like we're talking like 6'4" maybe, then straight up there. But I don't believe he's as good as the other centre-back. Now, Lucas Leiva, the only thing that selects on this card is his strength. His pace is a bit of a sticky one as well. But he's outrageous, like, defensively. But I do not believe he deserves even to be above Sergio. If I had to put one or above the other, Sergio would definitely go above. Now, Icardi. The 3-star skill moves, the 4-star weak foot, you have the pace, you have the bit of dribbling, not outrageous dribbling, but what selects on this card, I believe, and what's the biggest letdown? Stamina. 80 stamina. And that is one thing I absolutely despise. A team of the season to have 80 stamina? Like, come on, EA, sort that out. But he is going to go into the B section. Now, next we have Grimaldo. Now, Grimaldo is not as bad as some people think they are, but I think he is, sorry. But what definitely stacks on this card is his strength and the 2-star weak foot, which is always going to be a killer on a fullback. But if we're talking about defensive stats, like pace-wise, defensive stats, you know, just like stamina and all of those, it's absolutely outrageous. He does also feel really good on the ball with the passing. But I am going to put him into the B section because I don't believe he's an A section player. And now here is the centre-back. The centre-back that I honestly believe is absolutely outrageous. Like, his pace, his tackling, his physical stats, everything about this card is just stupid good. And this is why I didn't put Mukulele into the S section, because I do believe, I'm going to put enter here, aren't I? Yeah, I do believe that Gomez is just like out of this world, honestly. Now, Godin's one of those players where, once again, the stamina is what absolutely kills this card. Stamina is so bad. It's, I believe, 71 stamina. The pace is also not amazing. Yes, it gets fixed with a shadow chem style. That is something I can agree with. But also the agility is not out of this world. So I am going to put him into the B section. Now, next up we have Fernandinho, 5'10". He's got pace to him, I must say. I believe what selects on this card, I think it's the dribbling a little bit. It's like he's not great on the ball. Defensive stats are really good. Physical stats are good as well. Do I believe he's in the A section? A bit of a sticky one, but you kind of have to look at who really is into the B section. And if we're looking at, like, I believe Fernandinho is way better than Lucas Leiva. I really do. And it's one of those ones where I believe Fernandinho is better than all players into the B section. So I'm going to have to put him in the A section. I'll probably change that later on, though, thinking about it now. Now, Dembele. Dembele is one of those players that has got the 4-star skill moves, but the 3-star weak foot. Now, you can obviously argue Zaha also has a 3-star weak foot. But Zaha has the 5-star skill moves, which, for me, is so much easier to create an angle. But without a doubt, Dembele's pretty much got everything in the locker. I believe it is also the long passing, which selects on this card. You got the physical stats, which is outrageous. The pace, the dribbling, the shooting, out of this world. Now, Casimiro. For me, personally, I believe Casimiro is one of those players where he's absolutely god tier at, like, defending. He really is. But it's one of those situations where, can I put, like, Sergio over Casimiro by a lot? Don't know. I'm not sure about that one. I'm thinking of bringing Fernandinho down as well, but I don't know. Casimiro is one of those. He's a hard one. If there was like a B+, I'll put him there. But his dribbling is he's not outrageous. His defensive stats are out of this world. Pace-wise can get fixed with a shadow chem style. I'm gonna put him here for now. I don't know about it's a tough one. Well, let's move on and we'll sort it out later. Now, Brandt, for me, absolute god tier. Honest to God, if you guys haven't used this card yet, I definitely do advise using him. Pace is out as well, shooting out as well, dribbling is absolutely ridiculous. Passing, if you put the right chem style, he puts 99 long passing with the 99 short passing. So I definitely have to put him over here. Let's make this go like that. Yep. Aventacorn. Now, this card is actually good. It's just, it's like, there's a lot of things that slack on this card. Like, defensive-wise, he's absolute god tier. But if we're talking about agility-wise, he's not great. He really isn't. And I am going to put him over here. Now, next, we do have the goalkeeper. So, we got Courtois, we got Golaski, and we got Leno. So, for me, first, Courtois has to be the best. He really does. Like, Courtois is up there without a doubt. Then, like, the only thing that slacks on Courtois that I hate, I absolutely despise, is his kicking. It is so bad, his kicking. But we go to Golaski, the 6'4" beast. he is going to go next. And then we are going to go Leno. Simply because I've actually, when I've been playing draft, I've actually used Galasky and I've used Leno, I've used Courtois. And I honestly believe this is how they rank. Because Galasky pulls out better saves than Leno. Leno allows too many balls to just go in behind him, go into the back of the net. That is something I don't really like. But that is going to be it. We're going to go through this one more time to make sure I haven't got any mistakes here. So we got Zaha, Simon, Gomez. I believe that all of those are top tier. Felipe Anderson is one of those cards where if there was an A+, he would be there. But because there isn't, he has to stay in the A section. I don't believe Felipe Anderson is S. Now, Mukulele, I believe you could argue he goes up there. You really could. But for me personally, I believe Gomez is miles better. Now, Tiago, I don't disagree with that at all. Fernandinho, top tier. Dembele, top tier. Honestly, you could argue Brandt to go up there. You really can. Because when I used this card, I couldn't believe what I saw on my screen. I would never think Brandt will actually get a card this good. And the fact that he has, I believe he actually deserves to be up there. But we're going to leave it. Pepe, Trippier, Thuram, PK, Icardi, Grimaldo, all of those ones, yes, they deserve to be there. Godin as well, because of the stamina, I don't believe he deserves to go any higher. Casimiro, I am going to put higher. Because I do believe Casimiro is an absolute god-tier card. I can't put Aventacorn though. No way. Aventacorn stays down there because of his agility. Sergio. Now, as much as Sergio is amazing in real life, yeah, I can agree with that all I want. But if we're talking about in-game and we're talking about usable, I don't think Sergio is usable. If we're talking about only using for defending, then okay. But you have to understand that it's never going to be great with his agility, with his pace. It's going to be, I would not try that in the midfield. Now we go Lucas Leiva. Once again, pace is being an issue, the strength being an issue. And I don't believe he deserves to be higher. And that is pretty much going to be it. I won't go through the goalkeepers once again, because I believe that the goalkeepers are very accurate. But that is going to be it for the community team of the season tier list. There will be an EFL team of the season tier list coming out very, very soon. And we'll see how that one goes. But if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment. And for now, peace.